We have the shocking reason for a Raw Stars name change. Plus, a title match has been added to Bound for Glory. And AEW and IMPACT Stars could be forming an Inter-Promotional team. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Figure 4 Online's Brian Alvarez reports about a name change from last year. So you may remember last year that Matt Riddle simply became Riddle. WWE quite like getting rid of first names. Of course, this week they have quite literally forgot about Keith and made him Bearcat Lee. But the reason behind that is very different to the reason why Matt Riddle became Riddle. Brian Alvarez says the reason that WWE permanently removed Riddle's first name is because they didn't want anybody searching Matt Riddle on the internet to find out what went on last year when his personal life was under scrutiny. And this is a pretty scummy reason to do it.
Yep.
It's a very much you'd argue that if someone's personal life is under fire, there's a lot of bad stuff going on, maybe just take them off telly rather than keeping them on telly and just changing their names so people can't search them.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of controversy surrounding that when it was happening, and WWE certainly pushing Riddle at the time. Perhaps maybe wasn't the right thing to do, but I completely agree with you that it's just a little bit. It just feels a bit wrong, a bit dirty, doesn't it?
So presumably now if you search Riddle, all you get is a picture of the wrestler and a song by Nick Kershaw and very little else. Yeah, I mean, I get they change names sometimes. It's a bit of a scummy reason for doing it. Let's move on. Bianca Belair, top of the PWI Women's 150. So really, this is cool. So the women's list came out late yesterday and Bianca Belair is the number 1.
Woo!
This is cool.
Give us some of that.
Nice.
I don't know the lyrics to a song, but you just go.
I'm on my own against the world. Here I come, whipping my hair.
He's done it.
I'm gonna strong style, lift you up.
Oh, that gorilla press yesterday, one-arm.
Oh, the one-arm gorilla press.
Give over, Bianca. What you doing? Get mental. No wonder you're number 1. I tell you.
But the list is based on in-ring achievement, influence, technical ability, breadth and quality of competition, and activity. And the top 10 goes as follows: from 10 to 1, Raquel Gonzalez, Tam Nakano, Io Shirai, Siri, Sasha Banks, Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, Deonna Purrazzo, Utami Hayashishita. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. I am an uncultured hick. And Bianca Belair.
Wow.
Riding high at number 1. That's a good shout.
I agree. I think even though, in NXT she was amazing as it is anyway, but I think honestly, since she's come to the main roster, she's done such an amazing job, and she always puts on amazing matches. Like, always brings everything to the table, and she's well deserved.
Yeah. I'm glad she's on Monday Night Raw. Like, she obviously when she debuted, she was on Monday Night Raw. And she moved to SmackDown, but I feel like Monday Night Raw is urgently needing a refresh. And I think Belair leading that charge is good. I believe I should have pronounced it Sayuri. I'm just going to say that now.
There we go.
You've probably already got in the comments, haven't you? I see you. I see you commenting every day. I really do. The NWA Women's Tag Team Championships being defended in Ring of Honor. So the Hex, Allysin Kay and Marty Bell, became the first winners in probably a million years of the Burke. Of the women's tag team titles, and they're going to defend them against the Allure, Angelina Love and Mandy Leon, on Women's Division Wednesday for Ring of Honor. And this was my concern, was when the NWA Women's World Tag Team Championships came back, like, is there the breadth of content of competition within NWA to do that? And whilst they are working on that, let's take the belts on the road. I
think that's like the best thing for NWA to do. There is so many good wrestlers on NWA, and I think maybe because it's perhaps not a product that's viewed as much as some of the other things we've got out there, I think it's amazing that they're like, do you know what? Let's take these two another place and let's showcase our women and our wrestlers on another show that maybe, a lot more people could potentially watch.
Well, Allysin Kay and Marty Bell are regulars really with Ring of Honor. Like, people who watch Ring of Honor know what they're about, but certainly this version of them with the Hex, like, this is exciting to see. Ooh. You're happy to see it. I'm excited to see what they do as women's tag team champions. I reckon I like the idea at some point of kicking open that forbidden door with Impact Wrestling.
I feel like we're going to get something like that.
You reckon we're going to get that?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, everything's been kicked open these days. We see this person going over here, this person going over here. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, is it?
I reckon by the end of the year, the inspiration will be the Knockouts tag and the NWA Women's tag.
Don't even tease me like that, Tom.
I was in a media call with them on Wednesday. Media call with the inspiration.
Was it good?
Oh, great. Yeah. Very good. That was exactly what I went to journalism for.
Yeah.
Was to talk about that. You can read some of the bits about it at Cultaholic.
Amazing.
Speaking of the inspiration, they're in action at Bound for Glory, challenging for the women's tag team titles, the Knockouts tag team titles. Not the only tag titles on the line.
No.
Confirmed last night, Andrew.
Let me tell you what happens.
Let me tell you something, brother.
A 3-way Impact tag team title match. I always use my hands for stuff. It's now official for Saturday's Bound for Glory pay-per-view following what happened on Show I Tell Thee. So the number one contenders match between FinJuice and Bullet Club ended in a double pinfall. Therefore, both FinJuice and Bullet Club will face the Good Brothers for the titles on Saturday, which is, that's a tasty, tasty match. If I've ever heard of one right there.
Have you heard of a tasty match?
I've heard of a few tasty matches. This is the one.
Is it on the tasteometer?
It's on the.
What's it taste of?
It tastes of sweet
Caroline.
It tastes of sweet Caroline. Da, da, da.
Good times, never been so good. And tomorrow, Bound for Glory comes from Sam's Town in Las Vegas. So we're going to get, as we said, the tag team titles defended. Let's go through the rest of the card, though. We're going to crown our first ever digital media champion. I'm still not sold on the belt name, but a wonderful smorgasbord of competitors in this 6-way on the pre-show. John Schuyler, Fowler Barr, Jordan Grace, Crazy Steve, Chelsea Green to Neil Dashwood in a 6-way to determine the first digital media champion. It's a proper randomizer and I love it. Bring that noise on. Awesome Kong is being inducted into the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame on the pre-show as well by Gail Kim. That's good to see. The 20-man Call Your Shot Gauntlet comes back. Winner gets a shot of whatever, whenever. The Knockouts tag titles, as we've said, Decay versus the Inspiration, the debut of the Inspiration for Impact Wrestling. Violent by Design will be taking on Heath and Rhino. Rhino's a bit of a question mark. He'll be there. The tag titles, as we said, Good Brothers, FinJuice, and then Hikuleo and Chris Bay. The Knockouts title, Deonna Purrazzo and Mickie James going one-on-one. More on Deonna Purrazzo in a moment. Yes. And the Impact Championship, it's an all-Canadian main event. Christian Cage versus Josh Alexander.
Do you know, that's a stacked card, that, Tom, let me tell you.
A lot of people comparing. I was at a press call with Josh Alexander this week as well. I've done a lot of press calls this week. I've been living in the spare room again. And a lot of comparisons have been made to Bret Hart with Josh Alexander, which I quite like.
I like that too. It's going to be a Tekka's match, this one.
Yeah.
A really technical, I think it's going to be a good old wrestling match.
I think if Josh Alexander takes it Tekka's, I think he could become the Impact champion. I like it a lot.
Please.
So we mentioned Deonna Purrazzo. They're the reigning Knockouts champion in Impact. Well, Deonna was telling Fightful that she's pitched to form an inter-promotional tag team with AEW's Dr. Britt Baker.
Oh, Tom, imagine the reign of tyranny that AEW Women's Champion and the Knockout Champion could have together as a tag team.
I love the idea of an inter-promotional team. So, like, you got one foot in each camp, bouncing back and forth. You know, turn that forbidden door into like a forbidden turnstile. Yeah. Just go back and forth all the time.
It's forbidden turnstile.
Thanks, mate. They've pitched it to Scott D'Amore and Tony Khan, and then they're pondering it at the moment. And obviously, I presume we'll know first, but then when Britt Baker turns up to save Deonna Purrazzo's Impact title on Saturday.
Oh my God!
And then Braun Strowman comes out. And then The Rock comes out.
Oh, everybody's coming out.
Everyone's debuting at Bound for Glory. Rock for Glory, as they're calling it. That's not true as well. But what a time it would be if he did.
It would be good.
Twitch.tv/Cultaholic. That's where you'll find Andrew later today.
Indeed.
Tell us what you're doing.
It's because it's the spoopy month. We're going to be playing some Five Nights at Freddy's. And I've never played that before, by the way. And as everybody who has joined in on the streams know, I am not good with horror games. So if you do come, please protect your ears, because there will be lots of screaming.
You've seen Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy's, but you haven't watched Andrew play Five Nights at Freddy's. Arguably, Markiplier went forward in time, learned everything he knew, and then turned up and went, "Hello, everybody, I've got a really great idea."
I'd like to think that.
He's got a lovely voice.
He's got such a nice voice. You could just sit there and listen to him. You could meditate to Markiplier's voice.
I have his podcast on sometimes, Distraction, and I like it. It helps me sleep on an evening. It's like, anyway, enough talking about Markiplier. Andrew's on. Let's focus on that. 6 p.m?
6 p.m, yeah.
6 p.m. British summertime, twitch.tv, /. Kings.
I love you, my.